you just want them to have a happy ending. Find someone, maybe get married, have kids. But nope. The writer says,
we ain't having that.
Sad endings, man. Sometimes you can predict them, sometimes you can't, and when you can't, you end up like this. Pretty much sums up the whole intro. So anyway, I'm here to list the top 5 Korean dramas with the saddest endings. So for anyone who has not seen any of the dramas in this list, I am going to spoil the ending. So this is a warning. Number 5. Moon Lovers Scarlet Heart Ro. A historical romance drama about a woman named Hajin who travels back in time to the Goro dynasty into the body of another woman, Haesu, and she falls in love with a prince. Well, I should say 2. The first one was Wangguk and the second one was Wangso. So you might think that, okay, Haesu is gonna end up with Wangso at the end of the drama. That's not the case. So towards the end of the drama, Haesu gets pregnant. The doctor tells her that her health condition is getting worse because she's pregnant. She gives birth to a daughter. After giving birth, she dies. Before she died though, she wrote letters to Wangso, and in the letters was basically her telling him how she felt about him. She loves him. But Wangso did not open any of those letters because he thought that those letters was from someone else. Because he didn't respond back, Haesu thinks that Wangso does not love her anymore. After Haesu's death, Wangso heard about it and realizes that the letters are from her. Now back to Haesu, she actually goes back into her current time and now she's Hajin again, and she thinks that everything that happened was a dream, but really, it wasn't. So in the end, Haesu and Wangso did not end up together. Number 4. Hotel de Luna. A story about a hotel owner spending decades serving for the crime that she committed by helping lost souls move on to the afterlife. She begins to fall in love for the hotel manager, Chansung. Chansung is the only one there in the hotel who is alive. This drama had a bittersweet ending because first, Mano got to move on to the afterlife, which she was trying to do, and she did. But after spending years and years helping lost souls to move on to the afterlife, she never got her happy ending love story with Chansung. So after she moved on, Chansung is pretty much left alone. Number 3. Uncontrollably Fond. This is a romance drama about 2 childhood friends, Noel and Junyoung, who were separated as teens but then got reunited as adults. Noel had to do a documentary about the life of a actor/singer, which is Junyoung. Now for Noel, she lived a hard life after her dad passed away in a hit and run, and Junyoung, well, his life was pretty much planned out for him. Their relationship starts off as rocky, but then it's kind of smooth sailing after that. But then at the end, so Junyoung is sitting by Noel's side. He looks tired. He rests his head on her shoulders. And then Noel asks, "Are you sleeping?" But then there's no response. So he dies. Right there. Number 2. Youth of May. It's a romance drama set in the 1980s during the Gwangju uprising. So we have 2 main characters, Hee-tae, who is a medical student, and Myung-gi, who has been working as a nurse for 3 years. In the story, they both fall in love with each other. This is where the sad ending starts. Well, for me, I see it mostly sad, but it is a bittersweet ending. Again, mostly sad. So towards the end, Hee-tae and Myung-gi were trying to find Myung-gi's brother who ran into the forest. When they got to the forest, there was 2 paths. They both split up. I will say this, that was the last time that Hee-tae saw Myung-gi alive. Now after they split up, they both encountered military soldiers. Myung-gi found her brother. She told her brother to run away. One of the soldiers fired at Myung-gi and left her to die. For Hee-tae, he was taken away by the soldiers because of who his dad was. So years later, current time, Hee-tae and some of the other characters were spending years trying to find Myung-gi's body. Well, at this point, her skeleton. Eventually, they found it thanks to one of the soldiers who was there the night that Myung-gi was killed. This ending was definitely bittersweet, but it was mostly sad. When you're watching this drama, you're gonna see everything that Myung-gi and Hee-tae went through, not only as individuals, but also as a couple. For one example, Hee-tae's dad did not want Hee-tae to date Myung-gi because Hee-tae comes from a rich family and his dad wanted him to marry another girl from a rich family. Now, number one. Oof. This one hits hard. Really hard. Number one. I'm sorry. I love you. A romance story about a scam artist and a fashion coordinator. First, we have Muyok, who is a scam artist from Australia. He was abandoned by his parents as a child, but he was adopted by a couple in Australia, but he was mistreated by them, and now he roams the street. Then we have Eunchae, who is a fashion coordinator. The first time that Muyok and Eunchae met was in Australia after Muyok stole her belongings but then eventually gave it back to her. Now, still in Australia, Muyok, he gets an invite to his ex-girlfriend's wedding. Now, while attending that wedding, there was someone trying to assassinate his ex-girlfriend's husband. The one who got shot was Muyok, twice, in the head. Now, the doctors, they were able to remove one of the bullets from his head, but not the other one. The other one was in way too deep, and the doctor said that he only has 1 year to live. Now the ending. If you guys are interested in watching this drama, I recommend you stop this video and go watch it. If not, here we go. So, the ending. First, Muyok learns about the truth of his real family. So his mother, she was living a good life. She had an affair with a married man. And the reason why he was abandoned was because of Eunchae's father, her dad. Her dad told Muyok's mom to abandon him as soon as he was born. Muyok knew what her father did, but Muyok didn't do anything to him other than saying, "You will receive your punishment." Remember that line. Muyok said to her dad, "You will receive your punishment." Then Muyok's brother got into an accident. He saves his brother, but at the cost of his own life. Before Muyok died, he called Eunchae and said to her, "I'm sorry, I love you." If you thought that alone hurts, it hurts even more. So 1 year later, Eunchae visits Muyok's grave and commits suicide. Remember what I said? Muyok told Eunchae's dad that you will receive your punishment. That was his punishment, the death of his own daughter. If there was a trophy that says the most saddest ending of a Korean drama, I'm Sorry, I Love You takes that trophy. I mean, the first time I saw that, I was just so blown away. Like, dude. So that was my list of the top 5 Korean dramas with the saddest endings. If there's any other dramas that you thought that I left out from this list, please leave it in the comments below. Other than that, if you like this video, like it, comment down below, and please subscribe to my channel.